Hey everybody, this is Dream, and today I'm going to be reviewing Sword of the Necromancer. Sword of the Necromancer is developed by Grimoria of Games and published by Jandusoft. It came out on January 28th of 2021, and it's $14.99 on Xbox, and this week it's on sale for $13.49. Sword of the Necromancer is a roguelite hack-and-slash RPG dungeon crawler, and in this game you are going to play as this little character named Tama, excuse me. And your goal here is to save Coco using the powers of the Forbidden Sword of the Necromancer. So basically, you're going to use the Sword of the Necromancer in order to fight through the levels and find items that you need, as well as defeat the Guardians in order to gain enough soul power to bring Coco back from the dead. Throughout the game, you're going to encounter all sorts of different types of monsters, and you're able to utilize the sword to slay them and then actually make them fight along with you. I like that element of the game because most games don't have. I haven't seen many games that have something like that, so it's a nice little thing that's kind of cool. This game also has co-op play, however, it's only couch co-op, so it's unfortunate because it would be a game that I would like to play with friends online. This game does have some similarities to Crawlers and Brawlers. However, I think this game is actually better than Crawlers and Brawlers, and it seems like it's a little more polished. Also, in this game, if you die, you're going to lose all your weapons and monsters that you've collected. But you will retain some of the leveling up that you've done. So each time you level up, you upgrade your stats and you improve your summon monsters and things of that nature. You can also go to the little place in the game and at the beginning, and you can upgrade your weapons and things of that nature. You just have to collect various types of items throughout each level. So it's definitely important not to die too much in this game. As for the story, it's pretty interesting because you're basically just fighting monsters trying to save your friend, and it's a pretty standard dungeon crawly type story. The monsters in the game are very unique and have lots of different abilities, and so you can definitely build up some crazy different sets of monsters that can fight alongside you, or you can just pick up lots of different types of weapons in order to have different options. Like you'll see in the video here that I'm using can't think all of a sudden. Bow and arrow. There you go. And I find this weapon to actually be pretty nice because you can utilize it to hit enemies from far away and avoid taking too much damage throughout the levels. I also liked utilizing the little shaman guy who will fire at enemies with some powerful things, and that kind of makes it a little easier to stay alive as well. So yeah, I mean, picking your weapons and picking what monsters you're gonna resurrect to fight with you is going to be very important as you play through the game. And overall, I like the idea here. There's lots of different weapons that you can choose from throughout the game as well, so there's a nice variety of options for whatever kind of playstyle you like. Just be careful, like I said, not to die too much because you're gonna lose the stuff. And you don't. The one downside I think I did find is that you can't carry a ton of stuff. So you're gonna want to, like, anytime you go back to the new main area, you're gonna want to put stuff in your lock inventory section to make certain, especially things you might want to save, but you don't necessarily want to use right this minute. I found that because I died once and I lost my bow and arrows, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, so that's kind of that's kind of how the game works. The sound in the game is also really well done. It's much better than many games in this category, which is a pleasant surprise to me. And the difficulty of the game is it's pretty tough, like, because it's a roguelike game. These games are intended to be relatively challenging, and it is. But I don't think that should scare you from playing it because it's just a quality game. Uh, I haven't run into any bugs or glitches really in the game. Everything seems to work as intended. Especially once you figure out how the controls work, you're gonna find that it's a pretty fluid game to play. Like you're not gonna, it's not gonna take a long time for you to figure out how to play, and then everything works kind of the way it's intended. As for a score for the game, I'm actually gonna give it a 7.5. Actually, no. Well, let's give it an 8 out of 10 because it's definitely the type of game that I'm a fan of, and it's definitely a quality game from that perspective. As for the achievements, they are going to take some time, just like most dungeon crawlers do, and so it's not going to be a quick thousand by any stretch of the imagination. But you're going to get achievements as you go through the game. In fact, in the first 25 to 30 minutes of the game that I played, I got over 100 gamer score. So you're definitely going to get some pretty quick, but you're also going to take some time to get a bunch later on in the game. As for, like I said, for the difficulty, it's not too hard, but it's not too easy either. Overall, it's a pretty enjoyable experience. So I definitely recommend the game. I think the price is pretty fair for what it is. 15 bucks, and like I said, it's on sale today or this week, I think, for $13.49. So a little discount. So I definitely recommend this one. I've played a lot of dungeon crawlers in my day, and this isn't gonna be as good as Diablo, but it's not as bad as a lot of the other past games either. It's just a positive little game, and so I highly recommend it. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. So thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. Let us know what you think about the game if you decide to purchase it or play it, and have a nice day, everybody.